Hello, listeners, and welcome back to Faked Rest. This is part 2 of Revenge of the Bread. Stay tuned for all kinds of shenanigans.
Can all of you roll for me a D10, please?
D10.
You need it in 3 or
Yes, please.
how do
You
you
pick
do
specific
just
dice?
a regular 10?
Just a D10.
That's always asking. How can you
Oh,
roll?
I don't. Maybe you can't roll in Foundry. That's sad.
Hold
Oh,
on.
hold on.
What about you, Maddie?
I clicked the wrong thing.
I mean, I can just roll something that doesn't have a modifier.
And
Oh wait,
maybe
no, that's a
just-
20.
If you roll your dice, just put it in.
I got a 3.
3. Just put it in the Just put it in Foundry so I can see what you all rolled.
Got a 9.
I did awesome.
I'm assuming this is table stuff, so
Oh.
3 might not be the death of me.
2.
All right, so you're all good. You all are fine. Nothing weird happened while you were sleeping.
What?
Excuse me.
What?
As a player, that's very concerning.
No, this is just Silver's modus operandi.
A 2, I believe, is a crit. Fail. In Pathfinder. Wait, no, that's on D20. Never mind. That's on D20. Still, 2's not great.
No, so I rolled a number, so if any of you matched my number, something was going to happen, but you guys didn't match my number, so
Oh, sadness. I'm so curious.
you're in a tavern. You're sleeping in a tavern that's operated by a family of pranksters, as Doric has learned.
I don't know if I realized that fully yet.
I'm curious as to whether or not if Guy got pranked, Peepop would let him know or would play along with the prank. I don't think he's the pranking type. I think he'd find it annoying and childish.
Does Nunya notice what happened? Or could have happened?
It didn't happen, so we'll never know.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, a raise.
Yay.
A rise in
I
the
am-
morning.
Yep. So you got your pay.
Are we good?
Yep.
Yeah, we get paid per relic.
You actually see it. You'd see it on your side table.
Oh, okay.
Our PPR.
Little.
I thought you meant you.
Little
I
bag
thought
of
you meant
gold.
you put it in our character sheets, and that's why I was like, "What?"
No.
Okay.
The side table.
Yeah, you have a little side table in your rooms. It's a little bag
Okay,
of gold on
I'm
your
gonna be
side table.
completely transparent. When I heard side table, I thought you meant there was like a table in a chart somewhere, and we'd have to see
Yeah.
like, oh, one relic equals this much money.
How much
Yeah. How much we talking?
is it?
I rolled 5 gold.
That'll work.
And then, actually, need to do another one too, so let's see. So, you also notice that inside that bag is another 2 gold.
Sweet.
So,
So, 7 total.
7 total?
This is the most money that Guy's ever seen in his life.
What you gonna do? with it?
I'm gonna buy a dog.
You're not gonna send it to Mom and Pa?
No, some of it's going to Mom and Pa.
He's not gonna say to Mom and Pa until he gets his dog.
A boy and his
Oh,
dog.
get the best damn dog there ever was.
I'm gonna get 2 dogs. I'm gonna send one home with the money.
So we are going to Barrier.
I need a big breakfast today.
So Theo will come out of his room in just his basic clothes, and his armor is kind of rolled up in his bag, but he doesn't have his furs on. Like he realizes the furs were 100% a mistake.
I dreamed of
I know not what you mean.
pumpernickel last night. I couldn't stop thinking about if it's really as tasty as Dork said.
I wake up oddly with the taste of pumpernickel still in my mouth.
I think
Big old pumpernickel now.
Actually, that
Why
might
is
be
my
better.
mouth so dry?
Theo will look at Fritz and he says, I think once we get to Iron Lake, we'll come back here for a rest, and then we'll head further.
So it's not Fritz working in the morning.
Oh, it's not Fritz?
Nope.
Who is it?
Is it Lark?
It's Lily this morning.
Oh,
I hear I won you some money.
Yes. It wasn't actually money, but
oh, would you bet?
we don't bet for money. We actually bet for who's going to work shifts.
Did you want to work this shift?
This was a part of the deal, but
So how does that bet work? Like the other two have to pick up extra shifts, and you get time
Yeah.
off.
the other two pick up a shift each for whenever I don't want to do it.
Is there also like regular vacation days? That's not important. What's for breakfast?
Have you got any pumpernickel waffles?
That
No.
That
Good.
sounds gross.
That is a horrible idea.
I think that's a war crime.
It's
Though I
never
think
a war crime the first time.
I think it's a weapon.
from what Fritz said, I'm supposed to give you this. She's going to hand you a plate there, Doric. And it's pumpernickel toast.
Can you
Is there at least
toast
butter?
pumpernickel?
Yes, there's butter. There's like butter on
It's
the side.
chili jam.
Oh, I'll totally go ahead and eat it.
The butter or the toast?
Both.
Okay.
I'll
it's just
butter the. Yeah, I'm just gonna stuff raw butter and ignore the pumpernickel.
That's why. For a second, I thought what was happening. I thought.
Fuck, that's all I am.
That is the correct way to eat pumpernickel.
So you go to eat your pumpernickel toast. Give me.
And I'll throw a piece at Guy since he keeps wanting to try a piece of pumpernickel.
Okay,
What do I roll to see if I like that?
that is entirely up to you. But I do need you to. There's 4 pieces, so I need you to roll a d4 for whatever piece you give him.
Oh
Okay.
God. What have you done?
That is
Theo will
that-
not touch it.
That is a 1.
The 1. Okay.
All right, I
That
sniff the
shit
bread.
smells horrible.
I look at the bread.
It smells like pumpernickel that's been toasted.
So a
Smells
fart.
Horrible.
Smells like
Basically,
it smells.
a warm
It
fart.
smells like a wet goat. Are you sure this is tasty?
As I take a bite of the slice that is number 3.
Yeah, it's very high quality pumpernickel toast.
Yep.
That's not. This is an audio medium, but I'm shrugging wildly, like physically. I'm confused as a player and as a person, as a human being.
It would taste fantastic marbled with rye.
Yeah.
I'm not.
little bit earthy.
Listen, so I'm about to get some hate comments.
Uh-oh.
I'm not a big fan of
careful.
rye.
Uh-oh.
Bro.
I don't like Reuben sandwiches for that reason.
Oh, I love a good Reuben.
That's not nearly
Love
as
it.
inflammatory as all of us ragging on pumpernickel for what was it, like 20 minutes? So
Listen, we're not the
Across
we're not
like
even
4
the first.
episodes. What are you talking about?
I'm sure it's fine. It looks weird. It smells weird. It doesn't smell great. Pumpernickel's, it's fine. And that's not a compliment for bread. I love bread.
Can I just get some bacon, please?
sure.
Try a piece of pumpernickel.
Thank you.
Guy doesn't have
Uh,
strong
I
opinion.
need I need Guy to roll a fortitude save.
Did I get the poison one?
It's not poisoned.
17.
Okay. It's very, very spicy. Like you bite into this toast, there's just like a very, very, very spicy to
Wow.
the toast.
He starts sweating a
Just
little
say
bit.
ghost
This is the
pepper
best
toast.
damn toast I ever had. I didn't know
Really
they put.
warms the soul.
Why is it called pumpernickel and not peppernickel?
Well, that's good. Very good.
Thank you.
Both of you sound gross. I'll just take my bacon, please.
It's spicy.
I'll hold the piece out in front of Theo, like under his nose. Come on!
Try the spicy.
No.
It's spicy bread.
Can I intimidate him? Come on!
100%
Raise
not
an
gonna
eyebrow
happen.
at him. Do it! Everybody's doing pumpernickel.
Start beating him with some pumpernickel bread.
It's nickel shot pumpernickel night.
Next time I'm letting the plant eat you.
It's not. Listen, it's not my favorite. I don't know how I feel about spicy bread. It's pretty good. I had a bit of a head cold, and that's gone.
I'll go ahead and eat the second piece.
Yeah, it's good pumpernickel bread.
It's just the one was tampered with.
And then I'll eat the last piece.
Yep, it's just normal pumpernickel bread.
No. Listen. The joke's on Doric because we're going to later find out that the spicy pumpernickel was the only safe one. And the others have been tampered with in a way that we won't find out about until later.
Hey, Doric's been listening for like 20 minutes. He said he was looking for the privy. I don't know.
Yeah, so you're given your plate of bacon. Just kind of looks at you a little weird, like just bacon. It's all right. I guess it's a choice.
It's a good wake up snack.
Can I have 2 eggs?
Light breakfast when you're going to be walking for a while.
Can I have?
It's kind of a thing.
Can I have 2 eggs on non-pumpernickel bread
That's so.
with a singular sausage,
How big of a sausage?
Yeah, sure.
like cut into pieces, like halfway?
Well, you can cut it
cut it
yourself.
myself.
We'll cook it.
And then now you know what the Guy family special breakfast is.
She's gonna make you 2 over easy eggs and plop them on the
Hell
bread.
yeah, that's birthday breakfast right there. 2 pieces of bread, both of the eggs, and a sausage.
I
Happy
know what I'm
birthday
eating
to
after we
me.
get done recording.
Breakfast food.
Legit, it sounds really good. Some eggs in a basket or something like that.
Oh man, eggs in a basket would be fantastic.
What is eggs in a basket?
I'm gonna have some ice cream when I get off
Wait,
of
what's
this.
eggs in a basket?
I also know it as toads in a hole. It's a over easy
That's
egg
not-
Yeah.
in the middle of a slice of, like, you take a slice of bread, you cut a hole in the center, you griddle it, and then put an egg in there in the middle of it, and you flip it over. And have an over easy egg in the middle of this slice of toast.
Isn't that just
Yep.
a rip-off of a fried egg sandwich?
No, it's not.
No.
The egg's not fried all the way through. It's over easy.
Oh,
And that's I know that is a Texas egg sandwich, which when you fry it all the way through.
Yes, it is very good.
Yes, it is.
I like them
What
fried
we
all the way
do,
through with
though-
a little bit of ham.
So what we do
Is
is,
this
we
staying
get
in?
the scrambled egg. Oh, 100%.
Yes, apparently it is.
So I'm gonna get some more hate mail. I'm not a big fan of breakfast foods either.
All right, we're looking for a new member to the podcast. Please send your resumes to Fate's
Listen,
Rest.
you know what's great? Just toasted PB&J. Ah, it's so good.
Hey,
Other
warm
than that,
warm peanut
I'm into
butter's
that.
good.
I'm into that.
Yeah.
oh, it's so good.
All right, so we should probably move. It's getting kind of hard. Golly.
We should probably move. The players are getting hungry.
All right, so we're gonna drop you close to barrier, and you'll be on your way.
Maybe. I wonder what the sats are like in Barrier.
Have you been to Barrier before, Theo?
Once.
I thought you were about to
Okay.
ask Guy. And
No, you're
No,
from up
the
north.
answer-
You're a Yankee.
We typically just go to either Iron Lake or Dunehold.
Okay.
I do kind of like Dunehole. It's a nice castle.
I-
Kind of reminds me of home a little bit.
sounds
Someone
very
who's lived in the
familiar.
mountains for years leaves the mountains and immediately is hit by that really dry, gross hot air. It's like, no, thank you.
Huh? So it's basically kind of the same situation I grew up in. So
pretty city, lots of beautiful women, but like cheese.
All right, so you have your food.
Wait, there's beautiful women and cheese?
You go to walk through the door.
Combination.
So you guys go to leave the tavern. You open the door. You are looking out. You're actually looking out into a forest. And you can hear off in the distance a little ways to what would be your east.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear the sounds of a city.
Did we just all walk out of a singular outhouse?
It's a hunting blind, but
Oh.
That's the best door ever. Hunting blind.
That's nice and perfectly camouflaged. We've got to find more like that.
Maybe. We just gotta keep track of where all the doors are that we pass.
so as you turn to look at barrier. We'll wrap it up. So you turn to look at barrier. The city of Barrier is a very different city compared to a lot of cities you've seen. It's a very long, sort of narrow profile city. It extends where you can see the sand dunes and some of the shrubs from the shrub grasses from the edge of the desert, and like that sort of like savanna-y, desert-y sort of mixture there. Mm-hmm. The dunes are essentially brushing up against the south wall of the city, and the south wall of the city is taller and it kind of hooks in towards the desert to keep the sand out.
Oh, hence
so it's like
barrier.
This. Yeah. That's exactly why it's called barrier.
You guys are going to be like, oh, that's probably why they call it barrier.
They're rather literal with the name.
It's not a...
You notice off to the north of the city, so it's on the north of the city, it's just it's open plains and kind of like that ranch lands. You actually can see there's a O'Brien army doing some drills. So you actually see there's an O'Brien army. There's two O'Brien armies, and they're doing like this mock battle amongst themselves.
Oh, who's winning?
So you guys come out like over here. So you come out over like in the edge of these trees, the tree line over there.
Yeah.
So you see there's like a mock battle kind of up here, and then in front of you is grain fields. Between you and the city is a bunch of grain fields. The city is this kind of white, it's almost like this white stone. So it's a very heavy contrast between the sands of the desert and the grass around it.
Theo makes sure to make his mercenary colors, his tribe colors are showing so that they know where he's from. In case anyone asks, because it's kind of weird for three people just to walk out of the woods like that.
Well, I guess we headed the rest of the way on foot, lads.
Into the city. So we need some,
Try to keep up,
some
Doric.
Think they can get us right close in the city. I can't believe there's not a code just grumbling the whole time about having to walk, about how I can't believe that stupid orc couldn't get us closer into the city or find one unattended house somewhere in the city. And we have
As
to
his
walk
stomach starts to gurgle
distance.
painfully from the poison pumpernickel.
It's only when it's the scarlet pumpernickel that I would be concerned.
We went over this as they're talking about the doors. We went over this. It's not where, it's distance. You can only do this so far.
It's
Also-
like that.
Yeah, also, remember how if we are seeing, it makes it a little bit more tricky.
Yeah, that.
True. Still gonna grumble under my breath about having to walk.
He's just a grumpy boy.
Maybe we could find a cart. Or a wheelbarrow.
Can I get a piggyback ride?
No.
Oh my god, a dog sled.
You carried Guy.
He was dying.
So, it sounds like if you want to get carried, we're going to have to almost kill you.
It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, I remember.
So as you're approaching the town, you're gonna hear you'll hear a horn behind you out on the tree line, and it is you look back and it's like a front, like somebody at the front of a formation, telling you to make way on the road.
Step right out of the way, pushing. Make sure his friends stay behind his arm.
And
You're gonna have to crouch to do that.
large.
I still want to like try and
large,
like see where I can see what's coming by, even if he is in front.
Well, he wouldn't like put his arm directly in front of you, but like the motion stay back.
And on the road, a large formation of O'Brien soldiers are marching back. They're making a decent speed, but they're not moving very quickly. There's also a lot of wounded, and you notice a lot of the wounded have these. They're like small. They're a little bit smaller than your normal arrows, but they all have this. They all have a certain wood design to them, which you remember seeing on your elf friends in the spire. It was on his staff, like the way that the spear, the way the wood grain was on the spear is kind of the same thing on these arrows.
So it's safe to assume they messed around and found out from our elven allies.
Quite possibly.
Can I would like to cast the cantrip Approximate to figure out exactly how many people are here.
That's a cantrip?
Yep.
Also, you could say that these soldiers maybe had to swallow their pride and retreat.
I gain an instant estimate of the quantity of the chosen object that is clearly visible within the target area.
Yeah, essentially a magic calculator.
Yeah.
Fascinating. Got some weird cantrips.
So it doesn't give you the exact number, but like it rounds it.
Yeah, it rounds it to the largest digit.
This is a weird spell.
That's why I wanted to cast it. I was like, when the hell else am I going to be able to use this? Let's do this.
So what I'm hearing is that Doric is going to try to use that cantrip, and I'm going to try to find a way to use farming. And we're going to see how many
This
times...
This cantrip has a lot more uses than farming.
And wait, you didn't let me finish. And we're going to have to keep a tally mark of the number of times that we make Theo rub the bridge of his nose, because eventually that thing's just going to fall off. I'm not hearing any arguments. It's canon now.
Alright, so I'd say your approximation of this is you can approximate there is about 50 soldiers.
Alright. I think after they've passed, Theo will look at his companions. Alright, we are deep into the O'Brien territory. While we are here, we are not picking sides. We have been paid to do a quest for someone, and we're heading back to Iron Lake. We are not friends with the elves, and we're not friends with the O'Briens. We are 100% neutral, otherwise they are going to either try to kill us, imprison us, or make us kill people we don't want to kill.
So, conscription, imprisonment, or... Alright.
But the elf helped us before.
Yes,
yeah,
but
well, I
we
don't
are
think...
in their enemy's territory.
Yeah, look at the arrows.
They are currently not our friends.
Right.
We are explicitly neutral. We don't care about either side.
If anybody asks, at best we're acquaintances.
I'll try to remember.
Don't even say that.
Alright, well, that's good to know now. What's good to eat around here? I'm not hungry, but what's the specialty?
I thought you usually ate second breakfast.
Now, that there is a stereotype.
I don't hear you saying it's not true.
We didn't have time on the farm to have second breakfast.
Let's just go get our gear.
We did, however, have dinner and a half.
Once the doorway is clear, once the gates to the city are cleared, he's just going to usher these two goobers
I'm
into the
walking
city.
the whole time.
Just go.
Yeah, so entering the city, you'll be stopped by an O'Brien guard. And he's going to say, your purpose for being here and papers.
Papers.
Uh-oh. I didn't get any papers from Lily.
Well, I'm a mercenary that was contracted to escort these two. Yeah, these two
Thank you.
back to Iron Lake.
I appreciate you being nice.
Let's go with the deception check on that one.
It's only partially true.
It's a half truth.
Yeah.
If you fail, you've got hero
Deception.
points.
There's my proficiencies. You said deception?
Deception.
I have no modifier in this, guys, so good luck with this. It's a 3.
Hey,
Nice.
I am going to use my hero point and reroll that. Is that wrong way?
you're untrained in deception? Why are you lying?
He's a mercenary. He doesn't like to lie.
Oh.
He's not really lying, though. In his mind, he's not really
I
lying.
think you're
But
probably.
it's technically a lie.
I think you're probably the only one who may have some kind of deception guy.
No.
Oh, we are a truthy squad.
I have diplomacy.
It's still a 7. I don't know. Fuck it.
Well, the 7 is enough to succeed because apparently he's off his game today. Because he got a total of a 6.
I'm just gonna look at the guard bewildered and be like, I can't believe he bought it. I'm not saying that out loud, but I'm gonna cast message to both Guy and Theo and say, I can't believe he bought that.
Yes, he's like, okay, that makes sense. You don't have papers as one of the contractors, so we'll need you to sign here. And he'll kind of motion you over towards a side booth where there's a very orderly looking fellow in he's still in a brand uniform, but it's not the combat uniform. It's more of like an administrative uniform.
Should we be using our real names?
I don't care. Who knows you down here?
I don't know. They're looking for us, though.
I know me.
Theo puts his name. He puts his own name. He doesn't give a shit.
I forgot Theo could write.
Honestly, of the three of us, Theo is probably the most educated.
False. I've been in forced school for like 4 years.
He's been in forced college.
Yeah. I went to college and not by choice. I had a mandatory scholarship.
I'm
do
gonna
it or
write.
die.
I'm gonna. Oh, no. No, never mind.
I'll sign Guyverson Fields. Also, you reminded me of the thing. Remember that book I took from the tower?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I would have been in my bag at some point. How's that book looking?
Yeah, you have to investigate it.
What is that? I investigated.
Well, you're going to investigate right here in front of the guard booth?
No. I would have done it last night at the tavern. Forgot that it existed.
Retcon.
Well, you're going to have to investigate it when you get inside the city.
Okay.
I'm gonna write the name John Smith.
It's a very uncommon name.
Yeah, they're gonna believe
So-
that's a dwarf's name. Yeah, sure.
His father was a blacksmith. His grandfather was a blacksmith.
No.
His great-great-grandfather was a
They had
blacksmith.
outdoor shirts.
I don't think Smith is like it names the job. Why not?
It doesn't really matter, I don't think.
So they take your names there, and then this administrator takes them to this like area in the back of the little booth, and you hear a couple clunks, and there's like a little bit of steam that comes out of the little building, and they're going to hand you this like a little booklet, kind of like a passport type booklet, and it has your name, that you entered, and you also notice that there is a sort of kind of grainy picture of you when you were signing your name on this little ID paper that says their visitor passes. Their visitor passes for Barrier, and it mentions on Theo's that he is a contractor on his way to Iron Lake.
Can we get a lanyard
And
for it?
No, it's just a little booklet thingy, and it tells you. It also states on there that these papers are valid for 24 hours.
All right.
Hey, what time of
Let's
day
get our
is it?
supplies and get out of here.
Is it morning?
It's
still?
yeah, it's still morning. So it basically has like a marker that says that they're due. They expire. It's tomorrow at say it's like 10 a.m.
All right, let's get our supplies and get out of here.
So they'll hand you the booklets and tell you. They'll say, "Do enjoy your time in Barrier and do not overstay."
Thank you kindly.
Yeah, tourists start. This typically isn't a tourist town. Traders and soldiers mainly. All right, let's go. All right, I'll show you them towards the markets.
So yeah, you head into the city, and so this city, 100%. This city is 100% a military city from the beginning. Like, you look at the city, everything in this city is designed with defense as the primary goal. So the way the walls are set up, and then as you head in, you notice there's an inner wall, and there's places to set up checkpoints and choke points. Like, everything is set up that if anybody were to attack this city, it would be a absolutely hellish experience to make their way to the center of the city where the main castle is located. Like, this city is designed to be hell on earth for anybody attacking it.
Lots of strategery here.
Yeah.
So what?
Let's go with that.
We're gonna have to go to like a surplus store.
Kinda. I mean, there are civilians that live here. Just they're mainly military civilians. If that makes sense.
Women, children.
Are you saying women and children can't serve in the military?
I'm saying one
No,
of those
I'm saying,
groups
like,
shouldn't serve in the
spouses.
military.
I'm saying like spouses and families.
Yeah, military families.
Yeah.
And for clarification, I'm saying I don't think children should fight wars.
Listen, when shit hits the fan, you want little Johnny with a Glock, okay?
What's a Glock? Is that a type of axe?
Yes.
All right, I now have an idea. But so you'll notice as you're walking through the city, like you mentioned, the spouses and children of soldiers. A lot of the children, like when you see them, they're doing like little mock battles with each other. You know, like fighting with sticks, stuff like that. Everything in the city just screams like this is the training city. You notice that there's uniformed O'Brien soldiers, but they don't have, like, they have very basic uniforms, like basic armor and stuff. So they're probably trainees.
The fatigue equivalents. Just the
Yeah,
basic
kind of like
shit.
fatigues, but they're all wearing armor because their soldiers are always wearing armor.
All right. Let's go get our supplies and let's not be here long. This city always gives me the creeps.
All right.
Yeah, so you're able to find a tailor pretty easily to try to find some clothing for you guys. There are kind of stalls. They're not centralized like a lot of other cities are. It's very clear that It's very clear that commerce was an afterthought when they designed this city. Like there'll randomly be a shop in the middle of a bunch of houses and stuff.
So Theo is looking for either a desert cloak, like a muted color cloak, or a coat that could be worn under his armor, like his hide armor, like his furs were.
Okay, so in the terms of like a deserty type cloak, I think the best thing you're gonna find in the O'Brien shops is gonna be something similar to like a duster coat.
That's perfect. As long as he put his armor over the top of it, I think that'd be perfect.
What would be underneath of it?
Oh,
You
that's
wear it
fine.
over.
That's fine too. Muted colors, because you don't want to stand out in the middle of the wilderness.
Yep. The tailor would like to have one that's gonna. They have one that's roughly your size, but you can also get it fitted to make it more your size
Does that do anything other than flavor?
for a surcharge. What it will do is it will help you in the checks if you're in the desert to not overheat because it's actually fitted and it's not excessive in
Loose.
places and it's not loose. It also makes it so you're not going to struggle to draw your weapons because the sleeves are too big, stuff like that.
Yeah, he'll definitely pay a little bit extra to have it fitted.
Let's see. So they just have like clothing. Alright, so your basic. Yeah, so your basic clothing, there's this explorer's clothing, we'll use that as the base. I'd say your basic clothing would be the 1 silver, but for another silver they can modify it to fit you better.
Alright,
So 2 silver to get it modified.
2 silver then. Alright, he's gonna pay him.
Okay.
Just 2 silver total.
Yeah, 2 silver total. That's if you just want like basically basic explorer clothing, so it's stuff to wear in the wilderness. It's a little bit more durable than stuff you'd buy to wear in the city.
It's the exchange rate for the coins is 1 to 1, right? Or 1 to 10, right?
1 to 10, yeah. If it's not, that's what I'm going with.
I already have light clothes, right?
Yes, but you could get them modified now to actually fit you better.
I could get them modified. I'd also be interested in getting a wide brim hat to keep the sun off of my face.
A hat.
Big hat.
Okay. So explorer's clothes.
Yep, explorer's clothes.
Let's go. Equipment. Alright, so we got the explorer's clothes.
All right, for a big shady hat, if you just have a basic shady hat, I'd say it's silver.
No, you're silver.
Yes, yes, I am.
I'm just going to be happily contented in my cleric robes still.
Don't lie, you're jealous of the hat.
I mean, I do love a good hat, and if I saw one that I like, I would consider it. But a hat in the desert is probably a good idea.
This is an actual conversation they're having. Like, you're just jealous of the hat. Like,
Where do you find this at?
There isn't one.
There isn't one? Oh, okay. So
They only have magic hats.
they only have magic hats.
there's no clothes?
Oh,
Yeah, they only
No.
have magic hats in the item list.
No explorer's clothes?
There is explorer's clothes. It's just what is it? It's clothing and then parentheses explorer.
Oh, okay.
I mean, so the hat will be a silver.
Yep.
Okay.
And to tailor your clothes to silver.
Okay, so 2 silvers. 3 silvers, one's the DM.
Yep.
That's an armor? That's cool. I wonder what it does. Oh, it's just it doesn't do anything. It's fine.
It's unarmored armor.
Yeah.
A dog has decided to make its presence
Yeah,
known.
All right. So we've got that. Looks at the tailor. Is there a place to offload, maybe, or offload or identify magic items?
You might have some luck up closer to the castle.
There's a castle in this town?
Yes.
I didn't realize this town was that big.
There's all of the major cities have castles.
Okay. Oh, it's like a fort type castle. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah, I'll go do that. I guess everybody go find what you need to find for our trip. We'll meet back at the gates in an hour. Looks how far the castle is in 2 hours.
I don't think there's anything I really need to get, so I'm just going to wander
Water.
around the town looking for trouble.
Gotta get water.
We're gonna need rations and stuff like that. Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. Yeah, rations.
So as you would head in further into the center of the city, because that's where the person would be to identify, and probably some of your more common goods traders like food and stuff would be that direction. You notice flying on the castle is a black flag with a white cactus on the flag.
Cute.
Huh.
Theo would know the flag.
I do.
Yes.
Theo knows the flag.
It's the flag of one of the major nobles underneath the O'Brien kingdom.
Is this one of the dickhead nobles or one of the nice nobles?
This is one of the nobles that is kind of known as being excessive in the use of force.
Oh, so
that's why they have a cactus as their symbol.
That's fair.
Because they're prickly and possibly hallucinogenic.
No, they have the cactus because they're actually. Theo would know this. Actually, I'm going to send it to you so you can decide whether or not you say it out loud, which I would strongly suggest you do so. You would know their house. You would know their family words.
Man, I gotta think of any other things I want to see if I can buy.
Yeah, we're gonna pass all the shops.
Yeah.
This is the time to do that. It's gonna be a couple days before you get tired. Like,
oh no, this is me saying that.
I know, and I am dubbing it as in character because it makes more sense. Theo would definitely say this out loud. He'd say, retribution for all affronts. Hey, you two?
Yeah?
Stay out of trouble. How about that?
I
He
never
looks
get
at-
in trouble.
He looks at Doric. Yeah, Doric, stay out of trouble. Theo, I see you and I hear you, but I'm not the one who pickpockets. I'm the one who finds his jobs.
Look, if y'all finish your shopping before I do, try to find us a wagon that we can either rent or a convoy we can be part of to get us to Iron Lake. Otherwise, we're walking by ourselves.
Yeah, I don't think we have enough money to buy a wagon.
The last time we
I said
did a
rent.
convoy, we got paid. We might as well get paid while we're working and getting paid.
I said rent.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if
We would
No,
turn
You
it
said
into Iron
convoy.
Lake.
yeah, listen, I'm gonna I'm gonna look at getting us another job in a convoy. Although, if we're gonna be traveling around, it might make sense for us to eventually get a wagon.
I'm working on it.
All right.
How are we? I don't think a wagon would do us good.
Yeah, no, because we're gonna be going all over the regions, right?
Right. Are you going to haul that into the tavern?
It's a tavern. I'm sure they got stables.
As long as we exit the tavern the same place where we entered the tavern, it won't be a problem.
Yeah.
But then we can't use the tavern to move.
Yeah, but if we use a wagon, we could potentially bring trade goods from one town to another.
Life is not about the damn travel. It's about the fucking journey.
That's what I was.
I don't give a shit how long it takes us.
That's
what just say the same thing.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was kind of getting to that.
Also, I don't like dealing with the magic doors. So, the less times we have to depend on that, the better.
Listen, you're not the one that walked into an eyeball.
That's your own goddamn fault.
Doric will remember this.
You should. It's your own fault.
All right, so I don't know what anybody else wants. If anybody wants to buy anything in particular, but if it's just rations and whatnot, you can get those.
I might come up with a shopping list for between now and next episode.
No shopping list. Do it now. Do it now or not at all.
What items exist in
kidding.
Pathfinder, dude? I didn't know there was
Theo
an
just wants to
abacus
see if he can get this. Theo just wants to see if he can get this flail identified, and if it's worth it to sell it, because he could buy something later down the road if he needs a blunt weapon or something. If it's a good enchantments and really cool ass weapon, he's gonna keep that motherfucker. But if it's something like, oh, well, that's an interesting enchantment for a weapon.
+1 to persuasion flail.
+2 on intimidation.
No, -1 intimidation, +3 persuasion. It has flowers painted on it.
All right, so that's where we're kind of up here. So we need to do our things.
Would a flail that has flowers painted on it be more or less intimidating in your opinions? Do you think it depends on the flower?
Could be a little too flowery.
All right.
Right. So, if you want to discuss flails, or how wrong I am for not liking breakfast, most breakfast foods, or if you want to talk about how we completely slandered pumpernickel and that's the greatest bread, or if you want to agree with it, or talk about other things, podcast or non-podcast related, we have a Discord that you can go check out. I believe there'll be a link in the description on your podcatcher of choice.
And while you're on that, podcaster, if you would be so kind to leave us a rating or review, 5 stars if we're doing a good job. Less if you think we deserve it. Let us know. Let us know how we can get better, what you liked, what you'd like to hear. We'd love to hear from you that way too.
And if Discord isn't your thing and you don't really feel like giving the review, although those are always helpful, just hit us up on our social medias. We got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all of those. Hit us up on one of those. One of us will answer.
Yes, one of us will answer. That is the way it typically goes. Sorry, I had to take a drink. I need to take another drink.
Is it the whiskey drink and the lager
I
drink?
wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. No, so yeah, topic of the week. Topic of the week? Yeah, I think that's what we called it.
We've been calling it the
anymore.
theme of the week.
Theme of the week!
Keep an eye on it, by the way, Tex. What?
What?
Silver said thank you.
No, theme of the week. So, we are going... I want to know since we had a very foodie bent of a episode today, what's your favorite meal for if you want to do like different times? Like if you want to do your favorite breakfast or dinner, whatever you want to do there. What is your favorite like food that you like a meal?
Is
Let's
this
go there.
Real life meal or is this fantasy meal?
I mean, I guess you could do either or, but real life would make more sense
That makes
because
sense.
it's like, what do you like to eat?
Actual stuff you've tasted.
Yes, I mean it doesn't have to be. If you want to do one that's like hey, I really like this. Like the one everybody brings up is like the elven bread. I like the idea of elven bread, which is basically like a Subway sandwich bread.
Oh, I suddenly have a much lower desire.
It's
to
just
eat
sugar
this.
loaf. It's 100% just sugar loaf, man.
Wait. No,
It was a dig at
there's
Subway.
there's the feast where it's like a fruit and nut bread, where it's more like a granola bar in bread form. I think.
Yeah, that's called banana nut loaf.
Oh yeah, good callback. Anyway,
But yeah, so that's what I think. That's what I want to hear for your theme of the week is give me like your favorite meal, your favorite foods. Let's talk about food.
Sweet.
And I get mad at everybody else because now we're
Yes.
hungry.
I'm
But
totally making.
even though we're hungry,
We love you.
we love
Love
We
you.
love you.
Bye.
Bye.